side right.
You grabbed your keys and slammed the door, said I ain't doing this no more. Boots were stomping down that floor, but I've seen that show before. You left your socks in the sink again. You never listened, count to 10. I swore I'd leave and not look back, but then you made that stupid quack. I ain't perfect, that's for sure, and I ain't laughing anymore. But darling, stay a little while, not till you drop that crooked smile. You ain't leaving till you smile, not that half smirk, I want full style. That laugh that shakes you out your mood, where your eyes roll but your heart feels good. We can fight, throw boots a mile, but you ain't leaving till you smile. You burned the toast and played it cool. You told our friends I snore and drool. You're lucky I don't walk away, but you keep joking anyway. You slammed the fridge and rolled your eyes. I told you, girl, I love your cries. You tried to frown but cracked a grin. That's when I knew I'd win again. You get under all my skin, but that's where love begins again. We push and pull, but in your style, I see that sparkle through your trowel. You ain't leaving till you smile, even sideways, even while you curse my name or hit my chest. I'll still poke fun, you know the rest. No exit sign, no angry dial, but you ain't leaving till you smile. I'd rather fight with you than laugh alone. You make this bar feel just like home. So before you grab that truck in style, give me that grin, stay just a while. You ain't leaving till you smile, not the fake one, not your try. I want the giggle, snort and shake, that kind of grin I can't remake. We love too loud, we fight in style, but you ain't leaving. No, you ain't leaving till you smile. You ain't leaving till you smile, not the fake one, not your try. I want the giggle, snort and shake, that kind of grin I can't remake. We love too loud, we fight in style, but you ain't leaving, no you ain't leaving till you smile.
I found your note on the windowsill, 2 lines sharp, but your perfume still hanging soft on that cotton sheet, like your ghost won't let me sleep.
I swore I'd go and not look back, but I hesitated on that track. Left my mark on your favorite cup. Guess I wasn't all the way fed up. You
just leaves a scent. But I see you every time I try to clean that kiss from goodbye. You left your lipstick on my goodbye, and I can't wipe away that wine. I still wear it on my chest like a wound I won't confess. You moved on, and I know I should too, but I still see your lipstick on my
Your boots in the kitchen sink, didn't rinse your plate, didn't stop to think. Then you snored through half my show. I swear you do it just for show.
You bought more shoes, filled up the floor, left 10 candles by the bathroom door. You yelled at me for breathing loud, but still you call me your stubborn clown.
I roll my eyes, you lose your cool.
I take the blame, you change the rules.
And every time, without a sign, it ends with me uncorking wine.
You start the fight, I pour the wine. You raise your voice, I say you're fine. We fuss and swing like laundry lines, but somehow love's still intertwined.
You slam the door, I grab the glass. You talk too fast, I let it pass. Ain't perfect, no, but it's still mine. You start the fight, I pour the wine.
Your mama calls and takes your side. I nod and smile and let it slide. You say I'm wrong and hug me tight, and I forget what we fought that night.
You burn the toast and blame the bread. You leave the lights on in your head. But somehow still when all feels bent, I pour a Merlot and we repent. We clash like drums but end in time. One cork pop and we realign. It's wild, it's loud, it's borderline, but it still ends with sipping wine. You start the fight, I pour the wine. You walk away, I say you're mine. We bicker big, then laugh and rhyme and hold on tighter every time. You forget dates, you lose your keys. You never say, steer with ease. But through it all, we're by design. You start the fight, I pour the wine. We're fire and salt, a spicy stew. But honey, I still choose you. So let's keep dancing, storm and shine. You push the fuse, I pour the wine. You start the fight, I pour the wine. You roll your eyes, I say you're fine. And when we're gray with wrinkle lines, we'll still be yelling overtime. But through the noise, we'll toast in kind. You start the fight, and I'll pour the wine.
You said it was just one more night, just a little fight, not the final flight. But your hands trembled when they touched my skin, like you were leaving more than you let in.
I said I'd be back by Monday noon, but I left my words floating in the room. And when you looked, you didn't cry, but baby, you kissed me like you meant goodbye.
You kissed me like you meant goodbye, like the truth was high.
kissed me like you meant goodbye.
You kissed me like you meant goodbye, like love had run completely dry. No letters left, no tears to cry, just one last touch we can't deny. We said I'll see you, but that's a lie. You kissed me like you meant goodbye. Maybe love don't need a scene, maybe silence says what words can't mean. But I still feel your lips each night and wonder if you're sleeping right.
You kissed me like you meant goodbye. No fireworks, no reasons why.
Just heartbreak hiding in your eyes, like every truth we lived was shy. And though we never said the line, you kissed me like you meant goodbye. You called me up, said can we talk? I met you where we used to walk. Same old bench by Miller's Lake, same old risk I had to take.
You lit a smoke, I bit my tongue. We both knew where this road had run, but hearts don't learn when they still ache. So we gave love one more break.
Second chance, same mistake, running circles we can't fake, trying to fix a heart that's cracked with the same hands that broke it back. We danced again, but couldn't shake that this was just the same old ache. Second chance, same mistake.
You poured the wine, I played our song. We laughed like nothing had gone wrong. But halfway through your glassy eyes, I saw the same old last goodbye. You wore my shirt,
Just like before, but left it hanging on my door. And when I reached, you pulled away, like history on a cheap replay. Second chance, same mistake, building castles by a lake that floods each time we try to trust, turns dreams to dust and love to rust. We swore this time the chain would break, but some hearts just don't reshape. Second chance, same mistake. I wanted you without the pain. I wanted us, but not this chain. We held on tight, but pulled too late. Some love just don't reincarnate. Second chance, same mistake. Some lessons hearts refuse to take. We kissed like fools, held tight then ran. Still didn't learn who we began. You shut the door, second chance. Same mistake.
Never beat the world or outshine myself, but I wake up swinging, boots laced tight, and I give this life one hell of a fight. My truck don't shine, it growls and spits, but it still gets me where life hits. I don't lead the race, but I run it fast, 'cause I ain't first, but I sure ain't last. I ain't first, but I ain't last. I get knocked down, but I bounce back fast. I ain't the star, but I ain't the shame. Still dancing hard in the loser's lane. You can laugh, I'll raise my glass to every stumble that I passed. Yeah, I ain't first, but I ain't last. I've loved and lost and loved again. A few good nights, a lot of amen. I've missed my shot more times than not, but I still show up with all I got. I ain't first, but I ain't last. Still got grit in my hourglass. May not shine in the record books, but I'm still swinging with outlaw looks. So if you're down and feeling trash, remember this, that storm don't last. You ain't first, but you ain't last. Cheer for folks like me, no limelight, just gasoline. But we keep going mile by mile, turning scars into country style. No, I ain't first, but I ain't last. I drive my life like it's built to crash. Still playing hard with a busted string, still toasting loud with nothing to bring. So here's to underdogs moving fast. We weren't built to break, just built to last. I ain't first, but I ain't last.
I told my friends I wouldn't stay, just one quick beer, then walk away. But the moment I saw your silhouette, I knew I wasn't leaving yet.
You said goodbye just last July. Now you're back with that same old line, just passing through with that crooked grin. But here we go, falling in again.
I swore this bar was not our place, but there's still whiskey in your face.
We keep meeting like it's fate, right where we always fall too late.
Ain't no exit in this bar. We drive in circles, near and far. Say we're done, but stay too long. One more dance, one more song. Same old booth, same old scar. Ain't no exit in this bar.
You tip your hat, I fake a laugh, but we both know we're on the same path.
You pull a chair, I order gin. Like love's a game we never win.
You spin your ring, I check the time, but every word still tastes like wine. And when you hum that old George Strait, I know it's already too late.
You raise a glass like nothing's wrong. But girl, we've danced to this too long.
And every door we try is fake. goodbye we never take.
Ain't no exit in this bar. We play tough, but leave a jar of every kiss we ever stole between the jukebox and our souls. It's not the neon, it's who we are. Ain't no exit in this bar. Maybe we're just stuck in time, or maybe we're just stuck in rhyme.
But I'd rather stay and feel this sting than walk away from everything.
Ain't no exit in this bar, not for hearts this torn apart. We say we'll leave, we shut the tap, but find our way back where we had one more spark, one more scar. Ain't no exit in this bar.
Sunday morning skies turning gold, but I ain't dressed in no white robe. I got a river running past my tires and a heart full of dirt and wildfire. Preacher talks in suits and pews, but my church wears mud on boots. I found grace in the wild and wide, where the Spirit rides shotgun by my side. It's a back road baptism in dust and light, where the soul begins, where the wind sings hymns through pine and wire, and the holy rolls on rubber tires. No stained glass, no cathedral kiss, just freedom in a place like this. I ain't washed in water clear, but Lord, I found you out here. Mama prayed I'd come back home, but I found truth in red dirt roads, in every mile an engine hum. I heard the voice I was running from. It's a back road baptism, forgiveness in the setting sun, with bugs on glass and gravel prayers. I lost my guilt out in the air. No choir robe, no scripted bliss, just backbeat grace and a rebel's kiss. I ain't dressed for heaven near, but Lord, I feel you out here. Sometimes mercy wears worn tires, sometimes faith lights campfire, and sometimes love don't preach in lines. It revs its soul in overtime. It's a back road baptism, hands up high, no catechism, just a howl and an open sky, and tears I didn't mean to cry. If heaven's waiting past this field, then I've already learned to kneel. I ain't clean, but I'm sincere, from this back road baptism out here.
You found me sipping gin alone, red lipstick, pretending I'm stoned. You said, darling, didn't we swear last time? And I said, yeah, but lies still rhyme.
You wore that scent I can't forget, same as the night our hearts first met. You laughed and said, this ain't a tune, just barroom promises and cheap perfume.
Barroom promises and cheap perfume, where hearts get loud in a lonesome room. We swear we're done and start again, with one slow dance and 2 shots of sin. We say never by the neon bloom, but we're still caught in this old saloon. Barroom promises and cheap perfume.
I told myself, don't take that seat, but your eyes lit fire under my feet. You poured me a lie with that sideways grin, and I drank every drop you poured me in.
You look like hurt with a little hope, all cowboy charm and unraveling rope. I said this time, let's not resume, but your kiss still smelled like cheap perfume. Barroom promises and cheap perfume, words that vanish by the afternoon. We swear we're wise and fall too fast, try to rewrite what couldn't last. We say goodbye but make more room for one more lie beneath this moon. Barroom promises and cheap perfume. We both know how this ends, but we're better at breaking than being friends. And as long as this jukebox plays our tune, we'll be singing in shadows and smelling like truth. Barroom promises and cheap perfume, a love too wild, a heart too soon. We dance in smoke, we fade in light, we fall apart about every night. But I take you back like I always do, with nothing left but a worn out tune. Barroom promises and cheap perfume.
We both know how this ends,
But we're better at breaking than being friends.
and as long as this jukebox plays our tune,
We'll be singing in shadows and smelling like truth. Barroom promises and cheap perfume, a love too wild, a heart too soon. We dance in smoke, we fade in light, we fall apart about every night. But I take you back like I always do, with nothing left but a worn out tune. Barroom promises and cheap perfume. You walked in like you didn't care, flip your hair like I wasn't there, but your boots pointed straight my way. Girl, your heart gave you away.
you sat down 2 stools too far, but kept glancing over at the bar. You laughed loud, but your eyes stayed blue. Boy, your boots told on you too.
You say you're over all we had,
But baby, you still look that mad.
ain't no shame in wanting to stay.
Your feet just gave your mouth away.
Boots don't lie, but hearts do. You say you're done, but I see through. That stomp says leave, but the turn says wait. You're dancing Let your toe tap twice in time with mine. You fake a grin, sip slow and slide, but your silence says, oh, why'd we say goodbye?
You wear that red like you moved on, but you played our song all night long. You turn away like you don't care, but girl, your boots still take you there.
You say you're gone, but you linger close.
You say it's done, but I still know we don't need a full review.
Our boots just
Walked us back to true.
boots don't lie, but hearts do.
We're faking strong, but we're not through. You crossed the room just not to stay, but every step says come my way.
We keep pushing, me and you,
But our boots still find the truth.
you say you're gone, but your heart
Never flew. Boots don't lie, but hearts do. Maybe we just talk too loud.
maybe we both act too proud. But maybe if we dropped the show, our feet would take us home. Boots don't lie, but hearts do.
We keep pretending, but we both knew.
Every shuffle, every slide still brings us side by side. You say it's over, I say it's true, but we ain't fooling no one but me and you.
So darling, what we gonna do?
'Cause boots don't lie, but hearts do.
Well, the jukebox jumped, she walked in. Red
not to be warned. He said, girl, you look like sin. I laughed and said, don't rope me in. But 5 shots later and a sideways grin, I was 2-step deep and falling in. He's got that cowboy side crazy, drives me wild and acts all lazy, spins me fast and walks away, but somehow I beg him to stay. He's rough, he's sweet, he's never plain, like whiskey poured in summer rain. Lord help me, but I love it daily, that cowboy side crazy. He don't text back but shows it too, with a truck full of dogs and a case of brew. We fight like fire, kiss like storms, he's chaos aware and denim form. He's got that cowboy side crazy, drives me wild and acts all lazy, spins me fast and walks away, but somehow I beg him to stay. He's rough, he's sweet, he's never plain, like whiskey poured in summer rain. Lord help me, but I love it daily, that cowboy side crazy. Mama warned me, girl, steer clear, but I just grinned and shifted gear, 'cause boy in love just ain't my fate. I'll take the while, I'll take the wait. Yeah, he's got that cowboy side crazy, half outlaw, half just maybe, breaks the rules and breaks my plans, and holds me tight with calloused hands. He's sharp like spurs, smooth like suede, I can't fit him anyway. Call it dumb, call it bravery, I call it love, I call it love, that cowboy side of crazy. You walked in wearing that Friday grin, boots clean shining a little too thin, tipping the hat like you're John Wayne's kin. One wing deep, I was real right in. You were leaning back at the jukebox glow, red lips smiling like you run the show. Your laugh hit loud, boots tapping slow, and girl, I thought, let's let this grow. We ain't rich, but we're dressed just right. Got a 20 in the whole damn night. You buy the beers, I'll lead the sway. We'll 2-step all our cares away. Neons buzzing, bands in play, we're flirting like it's payday. He said, don't get fresh, then leaned in close. I spilled my drink, but you still said toast. We laughed like fools on a weekend high, no bills due till Monday cries. You bought me wings and called me queen. I said, slow down, boy, I know your scene, but the way you danced and tipped your hat, well, I kinda like the sound of that. We ain't classy, we ain't tame, but we sure know how to play this game. You twist and laugh, I spin and pray. I don't fall for that smile today, but boots are tapping, hearts halfway. We're flirting like it's payday. You say you're trouble, I say you're fire. You want my number, my only desire. One more round, one more glance, let's not miss this reckless chance. You say love, but it sure feels loud. Two fools spinning through a honky-tonk crowd. You wink again, I look away, but darling, I ain't here to stay. Just hearts on lease till break of day. We're flirting like it's payday.
like gold. She sang to the sky, I tapped my boots. Fell in love right there under country roots. We played the bars, we played the street. Two worn hearts and no defeat. A mason jar for dimes and dreams. Built our life on chords and things. It's heartbeats and hammered strings. Living wild off what music brings. Strumming love in a worn out key. But the rhythm's strong and it sets us free. Every note, every song we sing. It's heartbeats and hammered strings. Rain or shine, we don't slow down. Just chasing gigs from town to town. She hums the words, I play the line. Together we're a freight train on time. Yeah, it's heartbeats and hammered strings. Living wild off what music brings. Strumming love in a worn out key. But the rhythm's strong and it sets us free. Every note, every song we sing. It's heartbeats and hammered strings. No mansion lights or limousine. Just her smile and a tambourine. We ain't rich, but we're alive. With every crowd we start to thrive. It's heartbeats and hammer strings. From honky-tonks to county kings. With fire in our hands and truth that rings. Yeah, we make our way with broken wings. Still dancing in what life might bring. With heartbeats and hammered strings.
keys. You grabbed my hand, said you ain't driving, not in that stand.
You had 2 beers more than me, stumbling like a tumbleweed. I said, sweetheart, park your pride, you're in no shape for that midnight ride.
Well, I ain't leaving unless you drive.
You'd hit a cow and call it live.
I know the roads you can't see straight. My truck knows home, it ain't that great.
We bicker a while, but still survive. I ain't leaving
Unless you drive.
You said, get in, I'll take the wheel. I said, fine, long as we get a meal.
You rolled your eyes, I sang too loud.
We left that bar like a honky-tonk cloud.
Don't that jukebox play our song, tried to tip the wall and got it wrong.
But when you smiled with that crooked face, I threw the truck in second grace. I ain't leaving
Unless I drive.
You speed like someone's taking lives.
At least I steer and I sing strong. Your pitch is bad, but you sing along.
We clash, we joke, but we're alive. I ain't leaving
Unless you drive. You hold the door, I hold the keys. You call me stubborn, I call you tease.
But somehow every Friday night we argue just to end up right. I ain't leaving
Unless you drive.
next time we call a ride.
But then who'll fight? We need the spark.
You love my bars. We're messy, loud, and full of drive. But I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving
Unless you drive. You hold the door, I hold the keys. You call me stubborn, I call you tease. But somehow every Friday night we argue just to end up right. I ain't leaving unless you drive. Next time we call a ride. But then who'll fight? We need the spark.
You walked in at 1:45, boots too loud and smile too smooth. Bartender said, son, it's near the end. But then you sat down and said, hi, friend.
You looked lost in your half-warm beer, eyes half shut, but the grin was clear. I said, what's your story, cowboy dear? You said it starts when you sit right here.
It's the last round and the lights are low. We just met, but it kind of flows. Ain't no time for second guess.
Just one spark and one sweet mess.
No slow dance, no promises missed. Just last round and first kiss.
You said, I don't usually move this fast. I said, cowboy slows in the past. We laughed hard, clinked our glass, and watched the clock run out too fast.
You told me you sing on Friday nights. I said I fix trucks and lose bars. forever from that first kiss.
It's the last round, one it won't be the end, 'cause I'm hoping
You'll come back again. One more drink, one more song. But with you, it won't be long before we turn this into bliss. From last round to forever from that first kiss. You come in humming something sweet. I'm off key tapping with two left feet. You roll your eyes, I miss my cue. But darling, somehow I still follow you.
you sing too loud, forget the lines, start the chorus way too many times. You call it charm, I call it rough, but I still dance when the road gets tough.
We don't always hit the note or ride the rhythm like we wrote, but there's magic in our offbeat crew. 'Cause love ain't always in tune. Love ain't always in tune. Sometimes it's late, sometimes too soon.
We miss the beat,
We bend the line, but still we sing.
still we shine. It's not perfect, smooth or fine,
But baby, it still feels like mine.
even off key.
Under the moon, love ain't always in tune. You break the silence with your jokes. I laugh too hard, then we both choke. You burn the toast, I flood the sink. But we find harmony in how we think.
You like plans, I go with flow. You paint fast, I move slow.
We're chalk and cheese like fiddle and bass, but we still two-stepped in the same old place.
You crash the beat,
I miss the rhyme.
but girl, we still arrive on time.
So let 'em say we're out of tune. They don't hear our kind of mood. Love ain't always in tune. Sometimes it howls, sometimes it cruise.
It skips the chord, it jumps the bar.
But still we drive this same old car. It's loud, it's rough, it don't align. But your crazy rhythm still fits mine.
Even wrong notes carry true.
Love ain't always in tune. So here's to messing melody.
And every flaw inside of me.
You take my song, I take your sound. We make the music, not the ground. Love ain't always in tune,
But it sure plays loud when I'm with you.
we clash, we grind, but we don't break. We bend, we shout, and still we make the song we're singing every June. Through every verse and old saloon, even broken, we still bloom. Love ain't always in tune.
I walk in like it's tradition. Same old bar, same old mission. Find a stool, face the glow, order up and let it flow. speak, just hums in colors soft and weak. But every night I learn the fact that neon loves nobody back. Neon shines, but it don't feel, can't hold you close, can't make it real. It warms the walnut, heart's gone cracked. No, neon loves nobody back. It lights your pain, it hides your tears, but it don't care, you've been here years. It never asks why you lost track, 'cause neon loves nobody back. Saw her dancing in that light, 2 beers in and out of sight. I raised a toast, she raised her hand to some other better man. Neon shines, but it don't feel, can't hold you close, can't make it real. It warms the walnut, heart's gone crack. No, neon loves nobody back. You lean on it, it don't lean in. It just flickers when you sin. It don't cry or pick up slack. Neon loves nobody back. I keep coming night by night, thinking glow can fix the fight. But love don't live in red and blue, it dies in barroom residue. Neon shines, but it won't stay, just stares down while you fade away. It don't promise, it don't track, 'cause neon loves nobody back. So drink it down and face the black. Neon loves nobody back. One shot past midnight, I lost my shoes. Bartender's laughing, I'm humming the blues. The neon's blurry, the jukebox bold, and I'm dancing stories I should have never told. I swore I'd leave when the lights turned low, but here I am in last call glow. A cowboy's wink and a wild-eyed grin said, "Darling, where you think you've been?" One shot past midnight, 2 steps too far, 3 broken promises down at the bar. I'm raising hell in a borrowed dress, singing loud, feeling less tonight. I ain't looking for right, just one more song, one more light, and one more shot past midnight. My ex just walked in with someone new. She's half my age and twice his clue. But I won't cry, I'll just toast the pain with honky-tonk truth and a shaky refrain. One shot past midnight, 2 lies deep, 3 wrong numbers I meant to keep. I'm spilling secrets like cheap champagne, letting go in the loudest way. Tonight I ain't looking for right, just one more song, one more light, and one more shot past midnight. Don't judge me now, I've had my year of holding back and hiding tears. But this bar knows just how to mend, with a jukebox spin and a reckless friend. One shot past midnight, the truth rings clear. I may be lost, but I'm still here, dancing hard, laughing just can't wait. But the mud on my tires told a different tale, and the perfume in the cab was a warning bell. Said I just grabbed a bite and drove on home, but my shirt was wrinkled, my phone was gone. She found a lipstick print on the rearview glass. Now I'm sitting here caught redneck fast. Blame it on my pickup truck alibi. Should've wiped the seat and let the engine lie. Left a beer can rolling in the bed, and a love note I ain't even read. Now I'm begging with my boots untied, and a doghouse bigger than the countryside. If you're gonna run, don't forget to lie, or clean your pickup truck alibi. The tire's still warm, the gas tank low. She knew I wasn't watching late night shows. Radio preset on a love song station, that ain't my taste. That's temptation. Blame it on my pickup truck alibi. Should've scrubbed the truth before goodbye. Left a red scarf stuck behind the seat, and some perfume smell I can't delete. Now she's storming like the 4th of July, and I'm wishing I knew how to cry. If you're gonna cheat, best think it by. Don't trust a pickup truck alibi. She don't need no camera tape. She got 4 wheels that won't escape. Paint chips, gum wrappers, and dust. My whole story's breaking trust. Blame it on my pickup truck alibi. Every dim detail says goodbye. Could've played it smart, but I played it dumb. Now I'm sleeping where the oil leaks from. So if you're straight, don't even try. You're right, I'll sell you out, no lie. That's the truth of a pickup truck alibi. The gas tank low, she knew I wasn't watching late night shows. Radio preset on a love song station, that ain't lit my taste. That's temptation, that's temptation. On my pickup truck alibi. And dirt on her jeans, hair tied back, chasing wild machines.